Hi there and welcome to Fitness Online with Steve. My name's Steve Thomas and today I'll be showing you how easy it is to perform exercise in the comfort of your own home. But first things first, always ensure before performing exercise that there's enough space for you to perform the exercise safely. Secondly, always ensure that you've warmed yourself up and stretched before performing any exercise. On all exercises I'll be giving two versions. There'll always be an easy exercise and a slightly harder version. So choose the level where you feel comfortable and always remember, listen to your body. And lastly, always ensure that you have some fluids as well as a towel to wipe down any excess sweat. So, are you ready? I'm ready.
Okay, time to get started. Let's start off by mobilizing the body. First, we're going to start off with side twists. So we're going to have the legs hip width apart, arms at shoulder level or chest level. You can hold the hands together, but we're going to do side twists, nice controlled movements. So just over to where you feel comfortable. Always keeping the lower body still and the upper body is moving. That's good. Now the arms are at right angles. That's good. Keep the elbows up, shoulder level, really working the side of the chest there and the lower spine here. So just side movements, nice, slow and controlled. Excellent. Moving on now. We're going to start mobilizing the side of the chest. This is called a side bend. So the hands by your side of your legs and we're just bending over to where you feel comfortable. So remember, work at the level where you feel comfortable. Everybody has different levels of flexibility. So we're just reaching down, side to side, working in one plane. That's good. Just a couple more. The next exercise, we'll be mobilizing the knees and the hips. We're working squats here. So down and up, chest up, shoulders relaxed. That's good. So you want to have your knees in line with your toes. That's good. Always keep your head higher than your shoulders higher than your hips, and your hips higher than your knees. Progressing onto a slightly harder level, we put our hands on our head. That's good. That's increasing intensity. That's good. Down and up. So try not to lock out the knees and work at the level you feel comfortable with. Moving on to lunges. Again, working the front of your thighs and your hips. Feet together. Take one step forward. So the knees will come into right angles. Try and ensure that the knees don't touch the floor. Always keep the chest up. And try and make sure the knee doesn't pass the toes. That's good. Just small little steps forward. If you want to make it a little harder, you can go to level 2, which is stepping forward, bringing our arms forward and crossing the arms. So really stretching out. So we're incorporating the chest here. So again, always make sure you go back to that starting position with your feet close together. Excellent. Next movement, we're moving on to the floor. This is a sit-up. Good for working the upper stomach here. So with your feet flat, your knees bent. What we're doing here, we're sliding our hands on the floor. Always keeping our hands contacted to the floor. Just the top of the shoulders and the head is coming up. So pushing the lower back into the floor, keeping the tummy tight. With sit-ups, you only want to work up to 30 degrees so that you're always concentrating on the stomach. For level 2, we take the hands behind our head. And again, pushing the lower back into the floor, we use our hands just to support our head, not to pull, and we squeeze up. So the most important thing on a sit-up is squeezing up, but also squeezing down. Keep that working. Excellent. Working the upper stomach there. Now, anytime you work the stomach, we always want to work our back. This is a back extension. Oh, facing down, hands by the side. Again, just a small movement, just like with the sit-ups. We're working our lower back here. Always ensure that the thighs and the feet remain on the floor. To move on to a level 2, make it slightly harder, you can put your hands on your head. And again, just control that movement, just up and down, just to where you feel comfortable. Smooth movements. So remember, just a short movement on this exercise. Always looking down. Alright, moving on, progressing. Now we're going to work our chest, our shoulders and our triceps. This exercise is called a press up. Here I'm doing a box press up, so I've got both my knees and my feet on the floor. My arms are nice and wide, my palms are down, so I'm pressing the palms into the floor and extending the arms. So it's an excellent exercise for the upper body. Level 2, you can take your knees off the floor. So again, that's a slightly harder version for those people which are intermediate or advanced level. So again, try not to look at the arms, always looking down, breathing in through your nose, blowing out through your mouth on the effort. Excellent. Keep that working your chest, shoulders and your triceps. Now we'll be working our shoulders. This is called a prone flyer. Hands by our sides. So what we do, we bring our hands over our head without the hands or the arms touching the floor. Just bring the hands together. If you have any difficulty breathing, you can always turn your head to the side. Level 2, we take the arms across. So alternating the arms on top of each other, crossing. That's good. Really stretch it out. By extending our arms, we're increasing the intensity. But always keep the chest down and the thighs and the feet. Excellent. Moving on, this is a tricep dip. This will be working the back of the upper arm, your tricep muscle. Always have the knees bent, the feet down, fingers pointing forward unless it's uncomfortable. This version, I'm keeping my backside on the floor, so this is the very easier version. So just work at the pace you feel comfortable with. To make it slightly harder, we take the backside off of the floor and we extend the arms, so pushing up and down, up and down. Excellent. Keep that working the back of your arms, your triceps. Remember, always keep the fingers pointing forward unless it feels uncomfortable. Brilliant. Here, we'll be working the stomach again, but this time we're working the lower stomach. So we're sliding the hands on the floor. The knees are up. You can cross the legs if that feels more comfortable. So again, just the way you feel comfortable, up to 30 degrees, and always remember to squeeze the stomach on the way up and the way down. Level 2, I've got the hands behind my head. And now, again, same technique, up and down, control it. Breathe on the way up and breathe on the way down. That's good. Control it. Hands by the sides. To finish off, we're going to be working the glutes. This is the work in the backside. So, elbows bent, pushing the feet up towards the ceiling. Control that movement. If possible, try and ensure that the knee doesn't touch the floor so that there's always resistance on the glutes. Working the opposite leg, just pushing it up towards the ceiling. So remember, try not to exaggerate the movement. Try and keep the back nice and strong and use your arms for support. Excellent. We're doing really good. Okay, moving on to some stretches now. This is a hamstring stretch. So this is stretching the big muscle which is at the back of the upper leg. So, leg forward, extend the leg, try not to lock out the leg, and then use your hands to support yourself on the bent knee. Always keep the head higher than the shoulders higher than the hips, and the hips higher than your knees. So you just dip down into that position and hold that position. We'll always try to look to hold a stretch for anything between 8 to 12 seconds. This stretch here is for the back. So pushing the palms forward, the head down, legs nice and wide. So again, try not to exaggerate the movement. We just hold the position there, stretching the lower back there, which is called your rectus spalanie. So don't forget to breathe throughout the exercise. Just hold that position. Excellent. Moving on. This time we're stretching the chest, which is the pectoral muscle. So the arms come around. You can hold the hands together, or you can place the hands just on top of the back side. Ensure that the elbows are bent and the chest is out. Breathing in through your nose, blowing out through your mouth. Just really control it.